talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week. You hear me?
I'm not talking unless y'all giving me likes, commenting, and subscribing on this video. You hear me? Good. Hey, babe. It's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back. Listen, real quick, I want us to tap into Sweet Tea real quick. She's going to be kind of talking about, and I haven't listened to all of it, but she's going to be touching on her experience just a little bit. When is Sweet Tea not talking about her experience? But she kind of mentioned something about the ratings for Married to Medicine being low, and also mentioning Greg wanting to save the show. So I want us to check that out together to see what is that all about. In addition, we got to talk about a clip that came out of Miss Phaedra leaving the trip, honey. Child, and y'all wouldn't believe who asked her to stay. It's a mess, but we're about to go ahead and get into it. Make sure you're liking up the video and let us slide right on over so that we can check out exactly what Miss T had to say. All right, let us get into it.
For, just listening and my thoughts from my last video and my thoughts this morning going in. Like, I know I was like, on the way here on Monday, I was like, you know what? I may not go, like I really may not go. Because like, what do I have to give for them? Because even if I did come, I just kind of felt like they wouldn't have anything. And so, Gregory was saying like, well, maybe I can help save the show. Like, that's not our job to do. It's not our job to fucking save the show. It's just not. And so I just kind of feel like, well, I'm gonna say what needs to be said. And I don't really have to answer to anybody other than, to myself and my husband and the people that matter to me. And so, Simone did reach out to me because I did end up blocking Simone and Toya because I haven't heard from them. So I did end up doing that. But, Simone was able to get through to me. I'm sure there's going to be more conversation behind that. But going into this, I'm just going to finish what I started. That's where I'm at with it.
Can I just say, I'm questioning what the hell kind of hairstyle she's getting. I wonder if with them filming in, during Black History Month, if they're trying to, do a tribute of some sort, which is why she has like the bantu knots and stuff. So I'm interested in seeing what the style of dress and what the looks are that they will be going for at this year's reunion.
But I really appreciate the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all buy your t-shirt, your Access to the Money t-shirt. And I seen the comments, and I appreciate that. And there's more to come on my YouTube channel. It's not just about doing this show. It's just being myself, and I want others to relate to me. And, I want to tell my story and hopefully help others and build a good community and, give back to my people. So I appreciate it. Like this look of the bantu knots. And then, it kind of like the origin of like the African queen and how bantu knots are kind of one of those hairstyles that, stem from back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's Black History Month, so you gotta do it on Bravo. You gotta do the bantu knots. But yeah, we're gonna take the bantu knots. It's Black History Month. We in February, and we gonna represent. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black, y'all. Today is February 13th, Thursday, 2025, and we are in season 11 of the reunion. You guys watched my last video, and there was a lot of things I had to get off my mind, and those are my opinions. I know it did get back to me last night. I think Toya posted something, and I guess she was just looking for her time to shine or finding some type of drama before the reunion, because after the reunion, that's when they try to find out if who's gonna come back and with the new season. And from what I heard with the ratings being low, people are gonna scrambling. People are scrambling. They're gonna throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. They're scrambling for a moment. They need something. And so, but I ain't got nothing for them. I really don't. Especially if we ain't talked. Like, how you gonna get mad over my morning routine that I didn't fully get into, and it's my opinion and my experience. So, the hell with you.
All right, so y'all just heard a little glimpse of what Miss T had to say, honey. Miss T sat up there and said that the ratings are a bit low, so people are scrambling. And, that's disappointing to hear. I was hoping that the ratings did increase. I know a lot of people are going to, some way try to blame this on Miss Phaedra or whatever the case is, because I'm not going to say blame it on her, but they're going to definitely highlight Phaedra, because I guess that's one of the reasons Bravo was trying to bring her over potentially in hopes of boosting up the viewership for Married to Medicine. But I really feel like they was just finding somewhere to place Phaedra. until they could get her back over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I think that, to me, Married to Medicine was always a by way of opportunity, okay? Or just sit over here for a second, play with the girls, and then we're going to bring you over there when we can bring you over there, right? Is what I'm thinking. But also for me, in my head, I'm thinking, wow, all of the antics that was taking place on social media, coming at Phaedra over money and things, over, the whole donation that ended up getting paid anyway, all of the extra antics that were taking place and the interviews people have done to shade Phaedra, and Phaedra haven't even responded back to you guys. That's crazy, because y'all did all of that, and according to T, the ratings didn't go up no higher than what they were supposed to. But that's just according to T, all right? I will have to look at them, and probably shout out to TVDs, because they gonna have it. Slide over there and see what it's looking like on TVDs or whatever. But I would hate for the girls to have kept up such a ruckus, only for it to not be as helpful when it comes to ratings or whatnot. But I'm not going to say that it's a bad show, because I would like to see Married to Medicine return. I think sometimes the players on Married to Medicine can be a bit annoying, but that's many shows, right? Some people are calling for them to completely recast. I think there are maybe one or two they need to just go ahead and say, hey, we're going to sit you out. Yeah, we're gonna sit you out for the next season, and we're gonna bring in somebody else to play with and see how that go. I do think there are some they need to put on timeout for just a little bit. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. In the meantime, I want us to check out this clip of Miss Phaedra, because this is I'm gonna play just the well, I guess I could put it on the screen, just a little piece, okay? So we could just get in a little bit into what Phaedra had to say, because y'all know a lot of drama took place on the previous episode where they invited, well, more so heavily invited Apollo, and I think she did kind of invite his wife initially, and he said Shireen wasn't coming. So the intention was really always there for Dr. Heavenly to bring Shireen on some messy type stuff, right? But she wasn't supposed to be coming. It was just going to be Apollo. But either way, I'm sure it was going to be a little messy, because I think they were going to use Apollo to tell them more details that Phaedra likely wasn't going to share with them. And so, of course, Shireen ended up coming. It began to be super messy. Phaedra had a whole nother guy that was with her. He happened to be friends with Apollo and Shireen. It's being alleged that he used to date Shireen's sister. So that's how she supposedly know him, and because he would come over a lot because of the relationship he had with her sister, allegedly. And it got really messy, to where, according to Dr. Heavenly, the woman went off on Phaedra. Phaedra called her a bad built bitch. It was a lot of drama that was taking place, and that ends up leaving Phaedra to this very moment here with Dr. Jackie.
So I'm going to leave.
I mean, why though? Why can't you stay and just make everybody aware of the lack of support and how to move forward?
Well, some people can be played with, but I'm not one of them.
Ooh.
I don't play with these type of mean girls. So I'm gone. This group does not allow anyone new to survive. If everybody new that comes in, they treat them poorly. So I'm gonna go catch my jet that's been waiting for me. I think that these ladies are just stuck in their little 4-ring circus.
Phaedra, you really want to leave like this though?
I do.
Okay. Well, you have a safe trip.
Child, I need y'all to see this.
I knew Phaedra would be upset, but I didn't think she would leave. I thought that she would come back and come back stronger. I do not think that we are a group of mean girls. I think we're a group of honest girls and strong debaters. Phaedra's just got it wrong. She missed it. They didn't have that question on the bar. You just have to be strong enough to hang out with this group.
Is that what you think?
It is what it is. There's my jet. Let's go.
Child, Phaedra getting the hell out of Dodge, on the jets.
So
listen, this is what I want y'all to see.
I do not think that...
Do you see how Dr. Jackie is somewhat grinning in this picture? Do y'all see that? Dr. Jackie up there grinning just a bit. She thinks this is just the funniest thing in the world. And I think two things could be true. Yeah, you might need to be a strong person to hang amongst that group, but it also does not rule out the fact that y'all are giving mean girl energy. That's literally just what it is. All right. Now I do have to come down on Phaedra just a little bit, because I feel like if it's not mean girl energy, it was a bit shady to bring Quad to old girl's bachelorette party and even just bring the idea up. I think that was a bit shady. I'm not going to necessarily say mean girlish, I guess. And maybe some people may classify it as that. But I'm just highlighting the fact that you have your ways as well. And just because you have your ways, I am not going to just make it appear as though those ladies are completely wrong, or even praise them for their actions, because you might have your own ways too. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like two things could be true. But Dr. Jackie sitting up there asking this woman to stay is what's killing me softly, honey. And I loved how Phaedra looked back at her and told her no. She said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" She says, "I do." Or something she asked her. And Phaedra said, "I do." And she turned around and walked off on her ass. I love the way she turned it. Girl, I was here for that. But I'm trying to find the piece where Dr. Jackie's trying to convince her to stay.
So I'm going to leave.
I mean, why though? Why can't you stay and just make everybody aware of the lack of support and how to move forward?
I find that to be so fucking funny that Dr. Jackie, in my opinion, is asking Phaedra to stay and let everybody know about her uncomfortableness. And what else was it, Dr. Jackie?
And just make everybody aware of the lack of support and how to move forward.
The lack of support and how to move forward. When it was a struggle for you to even say out of your own mouth last season about how you did not appreciate when Simone and Cecil, I think it was Simone and Cecil, took you back to a location that your husband took his side chick. You didn't even know how to properly communicate that. That Heavenly had to be your mouthpiece just a little bit to get that out. And then now you're asking Phaedra to stay. You're asking Phaedra to sit and let people know that they were about the lack of support and how to move forward. You also being the same lady that was shading the hell out of her back at your house when you supposedly didn't receive something, or somebody had requested a refund or whatever it was. Like I told y'all, number one, Dr. Jackie is a villain, period. Okay. And it's giving Powerpuff villains when it comes to a piece of Simone, as well as Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie, for sure. And they're primarily the doctors of the show. So maybe they just feel like, who the show is really centered around, in my opinion. And maybe they just feel like because of their titles, they're better than. All right. I remember when Dr. Jackie tried to downplay Dr. Heavenly and told her, as you're not a doctor. Dr. Heavenly had to let her know, BITCH, I am a doctor. Okay. A doctor of dentistry. Period. Okay. And then what's her name? Jackie said, "Well, you're not a medical doctor." All right. So it's definitely giving snooty. Y'all better check y'all Alpha Kappa Alpha Soror. Okay, it's definitely giving snooty. It's definitely giving look down on. And it's so funny. That's why I get a cackle, in my opinion, when Phaedra refers to y'all as bitches like y'all. I love it so much when she refers to y'all as BITs like y'all. And when she lets y'all know I got the money. All right. Because y'all spend a lot of y'all time trying to make other people on the show feel less than, because they don't have a doctor status, or they're not at the same place that you guys are. And now that you see Phaedra, who has a Juris Doctorate, all right, and multiple other businesses who got it just like y'all got it. Girl, y'all either y'all pressed when they got it, and you pressed when they don't got it. And it's very comical to see y'all be so pressed by Phaedra, a person that a lot of folks feel brought absolutely nothing to the show, a person that's also going to bring nothing to the reunion, since y'all felt she brought nothing to the show, and they still mad about that. Child, she has been having the ladies over there bothered. Soon as Phaedra signed her name on that dotted line in the middle of filming Married to Medicine, when she signed her name on the dotted line for Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was on her way out. And a lot of people said last year that, the producers been wanted quiet off the show, so they had to create a scenario amongst the ladies to get quiet off the show. Well, consider the possibility that if Phaedra is supposed to be going over to Real Housewives of Atlanta, maybe they could have concocted something for her to go ahead and take that exit off of the show too, so that it could make sense as to why she's going to be phasing out and not be a part of it anymore. But anywho, I just felt like Dr. Jackie was a little piece of whack for me. And I was thinking when I first saw the clip, I was like, Phaedra, are you sure? Are you sure this is the person you want to go to about your stuff, about, you know, your issue at hand? Because honestly, I wouldn't say that to none of them hoes. Really, I would have just packed my shit mysteriously and left like a thief in the night, period. Do you hear what I say? I wouldn't say that to them folks. Would have just got my stuff. They would have been waking up. So I said, where's such and such at? Where's she at? Now, where she don't went to go mind my damn business because I'm not going to be around you. That's what I went to go do. Okay, period. Another thing I wanted to get into, there's another clip that ended up dropping that I want us to check out as well. There's another one. Let's get into this one really quickly.
Letitia did wrong yesterday. Dr. G did wrong yesterday, but we wrong. We're conveniently saying we're not mean girls. And I really, truly think we need to look at in the mirror and say, we do some up shit. We do. Over the years, this group, we have said some things that were hurtful.
I am a dentist, and a dentist is a doctor. If I need to educate you on that.
You're not a medical doctor.
Well, absolutely. I have three
about teeth.
How she even got the mother house. She bad, borrowed, and stolen. I mean, just in that order.
So there's a rumor about Quad too?
She slept with one of her contractors.
Yeah.
You think my husband's abusive?
I do. Oh, you do?
At least I ain't worried about no mixed babies out here with the possible last name of Kind.
You can't keep making the same mistakes and expecting people to just sit back and take it like a champ.
Thank you, Toya, because you said the hard shit like you always do. I feel like I was wrong not to consider Quad's feelings when we brought the ex around. And I think that all of us would have wanted that respect, because I do agree with Dr. Jackie. Don't bring no exes around me. We did you wrong because we should not have done this without considering your feelings. I think the glass might want to come over here with us.
I don't have an ex here, but it is complicated and it's an unusual situation. It's not normal. It's not a natural environment. And emotions get involved. Both parties haven't done the work yet. So it's a very volatile situation, and it can easily go left. But we're still dealing with human beings here, real emotions, and people are really hurting.
All right, y'all. So they cut it off in the middle of King talking, but listen. Toya highlighting the fact that y'all are some fucking mean girls. Y'all do too that much. And I'm glad that somebody's saying it. And Heavenly over here trying to acknowledge Quad's feelings and give an apology. See, I'm going to really have to wait and see how the episode plays out to see how I wholeheartedly feel about the entire scene after everything comes together. But in this initial moment, it's giving grain of salt. All right. I feel like Heavenly has done plenty of apologies, but the behavior hasn't fully changed all the time. So it's just a piece of grain of salt for me. But you guys leave your thoughts and comments down below. I just wanted to come and give you guys just a tidbit. Do you feel like Greg was going to really save the show? Leave your thoughts below. It seems like couldn't nobody really save it. All right. Nobody can really save it. I don't even know if they bring new people on if it will be saved. But I'll let you guys leave your thoughts and comments about everything down below. I'm Jami, that's me. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell them I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters. I'm silent. Nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification. Them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM. And the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like ages. Game time, I invaded gym. High elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm in